Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another last Cloudia video. Happy 6th anniversary of a game that surprisingly is lasting this long. So, if you're wondering how to get this ticket, by the way, let's go back. This is where you find it. But if you're just wondering if you're a new player and you don't know where to get it, just go to this. It's free. You get 3,000 crystals, and then you get a banner or like a border, and then you can go here and get this, and it costs 0, and it's very easy, and you just get it. So there's that. All right, so let's go back to this and this. Okay, so for UR, this is like really big deal for like, especially for new players, because these are very hard to obtain. The rates to get these UR arcs are extremely low, so you want to take advantage of this as much as possible. So as the first, you should definitely choose the Theopolis of Los Magnus. At this point in the game, I feel like it's better than the Great War of Ruin because I don't even really use that anymore. And I think even as a new player, you probably won't use that as much as this. And the reason why you'd want to pick this one first is because it's already amazing. The first 15 seconds of battle, you reduce, and it's not just to one enemy. So that's the reason why it's so good, is because it's to all enemies. A defense in mind debuff to all enemies minus 50%. That's extremely powerful for the first 15 seconds. Especially for weaker mobs, you can pretty much wipe them out pretty much instantly. And this is not locked to like once per battle, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't say that. So every wave, as long as you're, fighting mobs and stuff, like, like for the tower and all that kind of good stuff, you're just wiping out pretty much instantly, because against weaker mobs and just mobs in general, not bosses, but even for bosses this will be really powerful. But you can clear out things very quickly because of this, because not just for defense, it's also mind. So your mages and stuff will also do a lot of damage. And then the skill, all enemies attribute resistance 50. This is at max level, but still, that's incredibly powerful. 50 minus resistance, so if the boss only has 50, now they're neutral at least to it. To your element that you're using. And if they only have like 10 or 20 or 30 or 40, then you're already getting a huge plus out of that. The damage cap and anything doesn't really matter at this point because it's not that powerful, but it does suck enemies into each other. Like they get closer together, so it pulls the enemies closer to each other as well. It doesn't say that, but it does do that as well. So it's beneficial for some characters to have that as well. So good. This is definitely the one you would want to pick. And also the reward is not that great on its own anymore, but it is in the God Forge now, so you can actually craft this this reward into something much better. So that's also good. This is my first pick. So if you don't have that already, you should be picking this. Don't even look in it. Don't even like, oh, maybe I should pick something else. Maybe I'll listen further. If you don't have this, you should be picking this right now. I want to see you click this button right now and click buy if you do not have this, because none of the other arcs matter if you do not have this one first. Now, if you do have this one already and you're not lying, let's go ahead and look at some other options, shall we? So another option, I honestly feel like this one is definitely not good anymore. The skill is okay, but and the reward is pretty good, but I feel like this one's fallen off a bit because the game's so fast now that even that's not that great. I feel you need something better. So what else should we be looking at? So we're going to be going up here. Which one is it? This one. This one is very, very powerful because it has this full charge here. So some DPS don't even use their MP for anything, and so using all of your MP is not a big deal. And also you get to restore your SCT, which is extremely powerful. It is definitely worth the 11 cost to equip this. So that alone is already worth getting. And then on top of that, you get a pretty good machine. This one is not upgradable, it looks like, just yet, but I'm assuming this one will definitely be upgradable eventually. And 321 is already pretty powerful on its own anyways. And then the trait is pretty good. So this is my second pick. I think this was one of my first, one of my top picks in my previous video, but it still is. Still is one of my top picks. And then I believe this one was my third pick, right? Because this one's pretty good for magic damage dealers. And this is also a very good AAR. So pretty good. And also staff mega boost. Pretty good. 12 SC cost, but that's a lot of damage. So that's my third pick. And my fourth pick, I think we're gonna start like tapering off, because maybe you can start. If you are like an experienced player at this point, you can start looking at some of these newer ones that you don't have, and I don't have them. My last one was the Soul Blade, and I don't even have some of these down here. So let's look at some of these newer ones and see if they're worth it. So go ahead, let's look at this one. Damage taking from human type, so that's not that good already because it's situational. Oh, this is just a power creep from the God of War, or whatever it was, God of Ruin or whatever. So that's already pretty good. It's only for one person though, but still, I'll restore all SCT for all unit skills. Pretty good. And Sniper Buster is pretty good actually, but this one's pretty good too. And then the reward. Okay, so I probably want to pass on that one. It's good, but like I'm just looking at the other ones first. This is really powerful. That's pretty good, I gotta say. And this is also a magic one. Ultra beam magic damage 30%. Damage cap 3.5k. Cool. Magic damage taken. All your allies are. That's pretty good. Yeah, that last part's good. A free revive for everybody. And most of these things in here are pretty good too. So this one might be one we'd want to pick over the Lily Hammer, perhaps, if you'd like. And this is the newest one that you can pick. Now let's see if that's even worth it, because you know, sometimes even if it's the latest one you can pick, sometimes it's not the one you'd want to pick. So let's see if this is actually worth it. So give all enemies a debuff that causes damage dealt. Gadget boost 20%. When unit is incapacitated, you lose this debuff, so whatever. So they take more damage with that debuff. When you incapacitated, it restores it to all allies, whatever. It's not that impactful. Meh. This is pretty good though. And it's an accessory, so I don't really get in the way of anything. So this is pretty good. You get a little bit more healing. This is pretty good for like a DPS, but that's pretty high cost, so I'm not sure if that's worth it. Giant Killing 3 is pretty good. 12 cost, but still pretty good. And then the Special Breakthrough 4. I like this Maiden's Prayer, so this is a pretty good art, but is it worth it over picking some of the other ones? I don't know. It's probably good though. So those are really my top 3 picks, and then you can just like, if you want, maybe if you want to pick like the latest one, because it's pretty good for healers and things like that. But obviously, like I said, you should be picking the Theopolis first if you don't have that already, and then for sure you pick the Metatron if you don't have that one. You could pick Lily Hammer. You could pick Soul Blade, pretty good, but you could pick the latest one if you'd like, but I don't think it's the best compared to the Apollos because the trait is so good. It's literally game break. It's like game changing, and it's so old and it's still really good. So it's kind of a testament to how good some of these URs could still be, and the value that they hold. So that's the video, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. If you have any tips or not tips, but have any suggestions for other players down below, I'm not discouraging that. If you want to go ahead and leave a comment down below, if you want to say, oh, maybe you should pick this one, or maybe pick this one, maybe have like a spotlight in another one that I didn't really look at, because I want to keep this video it's not short, but I don't want to make this video any longer than it already is. So if you have any suggestions, if you're also a veteran of this game and you're just like, oh, you didn't look at this one, so maybe you should pick this one too, go ahead and leave that in the comment section down below. I don't mind that whatsoever. New players need all the help they can get, so if like a new player's looking at the comment section, go ahead and leave a comment. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.